Hey there and welcome to the UkeStuff channel and welcome to this tutorial for Kookaburra Sits in the Old Gum Tree. I've been trying to put together some songs for a course on baritone DGBE ukulele, and I've been needing to find some songs that shift from G to C and only have G and C, and there really aren't that many of those songs. This is one of them. So it's not going to take long to learn the chords and either whatever way you look at it. The song originally is in the key of A. I've transposed it to the key of G, but both versions are available, both for GCEA, soprano, concert, and tenor ukulele, and for DGBE, baritone ukulele. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go over chords for GCEA ukulele, both in G and A. Then we'll look at chords for baritone DGBE ukulele, both in G and A. And then I'll talk about strumming a little bit, two different things that you can do in strumming. Also want to remind you that every video here on the channel, as of last year, is also available in a chord chart form at uketabs.com. Uketabs.com is a partner of this channel, and we work together to make sure that you have access to those resources. And finally, don't forget that on the crawl underneath you here, there are timestamps in an index on most platforms where you can skip ahead to the parts that work best for you, or else they also exist in the description. All right, let's get on with the chords. First, for GCEA ukulele, I will be using my Flight Spirit concert ukulele. It is just a gorgeous ukulele. It sounds pretty. It looks unbelievable. So, do you see that side sound port there? It's an amazing instrument. Check out that headstock. It's just a beautiful instrument. So let's look at the chords you need on GCEA ukulele in the key of C. The first chord is the G chord. Now, some people have recently, I've seen on social media, asking about this chord. They struggle with it. The first two fingers are the most important. If you put them down first and come at an angle towards the fretboard rather than straight across, that's really the secret. So you plant the first two and then you add the third finger, and that'll be the easiest way to get to that G chord. Then you have the C chord. Now you could use the pinky to make the C, but most of the time it's just going to be the third finger sliding over. So you have G to C and then back again. And it's also a great practice with the song. And those are the two chords you need on GCEA ukulele in the key of G. Now I'm going to show you a different way to play one of these chords in a moment, but the first chord you need is the A chord. Just two fingers on strings 3 and 4. Remember, the strings are numbered from the floor up. Now, to play the D chord, a lot of the books are going to show you to put your fingers as 1, 2, 3 in a row. Sometimes you'll be told to play with just one finger, the third finger across, and leaving the first finger open. But for this song, the best way to do it is with it. I normally play D, again, having men's-sized large hands, is I put my first finger at the top of the third string, 2nd fret, and the other two fingers around it like it's a mini G7 chord if you play that chord. Now, watch what happens though. If I'm playing D like that, if I want to play A, my first finger goes up and my third finger comes off. So D is a scrunching down, A is an expansion. It's a very close move, and that's why I would recommend playing it. If you play D the way the books show, 1, 2, 3, watch what has to happen. And then you have to flip your hand. Or if you play with the one finger, you have to go a massive change. The easiest way here is that D, the normal way that I play it. So try that, playing D that way, and that will help you out. And those are the chords you need on GCEA ukulele in the key of A. Now let's look at the chords you need for baritone DGBE ukulele. I will be using my mainland baritone. To date, it is still my one and only baritone. I've had it for just over a year. Mainland is a company that is located in Nashville, Indiana, not Nashville, Tennessee. And the strings, by the way, are living water strings. Occasionally I get asked about the strings. I do not have a wound string in my baritone. I don't like the sound of the squeak when I play. I know some people don't mind it. I'm not a fan. So anyway, Ken Middleton, who does living water strings, you can look him up on the web. He sells all fluorocarbon sets for all sizes of instruments. They're very nice strings, but then I don't have the squeak of the lower two strings with this baritone. Let's take a look at the chords you need for baritone DGBE ukulele, first in the key of G. The first chord is the G chord, and then the C chord, and then back to the G chord again. And those are the two chords you need. Now, the one thing I will say is you should probably play G with the third finger here. So you have the first and second fingers open to change rather than using the first finger or the second finger with the G chord. So be ready for that. G, C, G. Now let's take a look at the chords you need for baritone DGBE ukulele in the key of A. The A chord is made with 3 fingers straight across on the 2nd fret on strings 4, 3, and 2. There are a few ways that you can make this chord, but with the baritone you do get some extra space and you should be able to go 1, 2, 3 right across for your A chord. Now on other sizes of ukuleles on the same shape, which would be a different chord, hint D, but on other ukuleles I often put my first finger at the top of the 3rd string 2nd fret and the other 2 fingers around it. That also works here. And then sometimes people will encourage you to use just 1 finger to play all 3 strings, skipping the 1st string. All 3 of those are appropriate. It's whatever works best for you. But the reason why we do other fingerings and other size ukuleles is because space is such an issue, and it's less of an issue on baritone. The other chord that you're going to need is the D chord. And that's a pretty standard chord in ukulele. One little tip is come at the D chord from an angle rather than straight across. That'll just make it a little easier to play. And those are the 2 chords you need for DGBE baritone ukulele on Kookaburra Sits in the Old Gum Tree in the key of A. Now let's talk strumming. I'm going to give you 2 options. One is going to be a lot of down strums and the other will involve some up and down strums. There is no right answer here. So if you like a pattern better, you go ahead and do it. Again, this is a great Australian folk song. It's a great voice warm-up too, by the way. So if you know this song, we're going to get a change in the word kookaburra and sits and then back on old. It's going to like this. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. And that's really low for me. Kookaburra sits in the old gum tree. The second part would be G, C, G again on Mary, King, and Bush. So I go, Merry, merry king of the bush is he. So what you hear is, again, G, C, G, G, C, G. That's all good. Then we're going to get the laugh, kookaburra, laugh, kookaburra. So it's going to be a C chord, laugh, kookaburra, laugh, kookaburra. And then back to the G chord again, and I'm going to jump up the octave singing, gay your life must be. So if we look at the whole structure of the song, it's 2 beats, 2 beats, 4 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 4 beats, 4 beats, 4 beats, 2 beats, 2 beats, 4 beats. Okay, all the way through. Now, what does that mean for strumming? Well, you could just strum down like we just did, but ultimately, I think you'll want to do all down strums with a little bit of emphasis on where the chord changes. So this is option number 1, be like this. All right, makes sense. Let's try that again. 1, 2, ready, go. Now, I don't want to ignore the fact that in different parts of the song, some of those phrases are extended. So, for example, the kookaburra sits in the old gum tree, that is repeated sometimes, or it's just sung, and then there's like a vamp, and then they do the second part, and that whole pattern repeats doubly what would normally it would repeat. That's okay too. Just use your ear and follow along. So that's option 1, is just downbeats. So the other option I want to bring to you is the idea of doing this. The first two chords going down, down, up, down, down, up, down, right? So you've got that. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Then finish off with down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And that works pretty good. And anytime you have the 4-beat pattern, you go down, down, up, down, up, down, up. If it's a 2-beat pattern, you just go down, down, up, down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Follow along and play along. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pattern. 4 pattern. All right, try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. That some actual things change when I'm changing at the last second, and you get actually kind of some extra notes that are added just by naturally because the chords are changing. That's okay. So again, 2 options would be speed down beats on everything, or going down, down, up. Either one of those will work very well. And again, if you hear something different than that, you go ahead and play it. It's all okay. All right, thanks so much for watching the tutorial. I hope you're having a great day, and I will be back soon with some more uke stuff for you.